Do you think it's changing, and do you think millennials and these strategies, many which are rooted in technology, are changing feminism? Is it morphing in some way? You nodded your head yes.
Well,
Rachel.
I just think it is, I don't remember if it was Marianne or Dana who said it, but things are becoming more intersectional in part because of social media. I mean, I think Black Lives Matter is a great example. And I think historically Black women have been at the center of many of the country's most important political movements. So that's always been there. But I think social media is surfacing that in
But the young women
ways.
you're talking to are, when I interview young women, many sort of are almost uncomfortable with the term feminist. Like, it's
the F word.
It is the F word, really. I mean, exactly.
No, literally, I mean, it really is the F word. No, you're right. You're making a good point. I mean, on the one hand.
And so I'm curious,
yes.
you just literally came here from a school. So what do those young women feel like we're the next generation of feminists, or are they saying feminism is kind of like my mom and her friends stuff, and what we're
girls,
doing?
Do you think like you're the next generation of feminists? I brought some students. We brought some students.
I don't know, where are they?
Not to put you on the spot, but
all right. So raise your hand so we can all see you. Okay. So curious, feminists? Anybody? Any no's in there? Was there a no in there anywhere? No? Oh, interesting. Okay.
But know that these girls come from an all-girls school, which so research tells us I can't say if research tells us that they're more likely to identify as feminists, but I think they're certainly more likely to have benefited or to have been the beneficiaries of that all-girls experience, which I'm guessing makes them more likely to identify that way. There's no question that there's a lot of ambivalence around feminism, particularly for women in co-educational settings, women in large public universities, where there's often a sense that that a feminist means you're a lesbian, that a feminist means you're too opinionated. It's often code for that. So there's a sense that to be a feminist is to embrace an identity that won't let you fit in or that won't get you into the right party. I mean, and sometimes it can be that mundane.
And I think I think that one of the best things that happened to the young feminist movement in the last couple of years was when Beyonce danced in front of the word feminist. And suddenly, for so many girls, feminism was sexy. Feminism was cool. Feminism was, I can be who I am. I can be bold and strong and sexual and attractive and also care about gender equality and gender justice.
But forgive me, and I do not want to open up the wrath of the Bayhive.
Don't bring the hive out. I know where you're going with this. I'm gonna.
If you don't know what it is, ask your teenage daughter, and it's a scary, scary thing of Beyonce followers. But I also believe she was quoted as saying she was not a feminist. Right? I mean, am I wrong about that? Someone whip out Google and check this
can we find the middle ground, which is that there was something very commercial about that standing in front of it? I mean, I think even if she doesn't identify that there's a new kind of commercialized feminism that may in fact be diluted of some of its stronger points. So I agree with you, Anne. I think you make a point that there was potentially something that's ambivalent about that.